You know, the word entrepreneur gets thrown around a lot, doesn't it? We see it everywhere, on social media, in the news, but what does it actually really mean? Is it just about having some cool startup idea, or is it something deeper? Well, today we're going to cut through all that noise and get right to the heart of what entrepreneurship is all about. So let's ask the big question right up front. What is the essence of entrepreneurship? I mean, if you strip away all the hype, all the stereotypes, what are you left with? We're going to solve this little puzzle together. All right, I've got four options for you. A, is it just owning a small shop with no plans to grow? B, is it a process of finding opportunities and creating value? C, is it basically being an unpaid intern forever? Or D, is it just another word for working a government job? One of these is the real deal. Any guesses?
Okay, before we jump to the right answer, sometimes the best way to figure out what something is to first get super clear on what it isn't. So we're going to become mythbusters for a few minutes and knock out the wrong answers one by one.
So let's tackle that first one, option A. This is the image we all have in our heads, right? The person running the local coffee shop or the corner bookstore. And look, those people are absolutely business owners, no question. But that picture, it's just not the whole story. It's missing a really crucial piece of the puzzle. And here's that missing piece. The myth is that it's just about owning something that's static, that doesn't really change. The reality, true entrepreneurship is all about the active creation of value. It's about new ventures, it's about innovation. Think about it. It's the difference between running one little shop and trying to build the next Starbucks. It's all about that drive for growth. All right, what about option C? Now, obviously, nobody is an intern forever, but this idea gets at something we all hear about. Entrepreneurs working crazy hard, often for not much pay in the beginning. But, and this is so important, that hard work is never, ever pointless. And this really gets to the core of it. The myth is that it's just about being busy, about working for the sake of working. The reality, every single ounce of effort an entrepreneur puts in is laser-focused on one thing: creating tangible value. If you're not building something that people actually want or need, you're not really being an entrepreneur. You're just being busy. And our last myth, option D, that entrepreneurship is basically the same as having a government job. Now, both can be incredibly important, but they work in fundamentally different ways. A government job is usually about performing a specific role inside a big, established structure. And that's the real distinction, right there. Entrepreneurship isn't about fitting into a box that someone else built. It's about seeing a gap in the world where there is no box, and then building one from scratch. It's the art of spotting a brand new, unaddressed opportunity and then creating the whole system to make it happen. So, we've cleared the fog, right? We know what it isn't. It's not just owning a static business, it's not working without a clear goal, and it's definitely not operating within a pre-built system. So, what's left? What's the true essence? Let's unveil the definition. And here it is, our winner, option B. Let's really hear this. Entrepreneurship is the process of identifying opportunities, mobilizing resources, and creating value through new ventures or innovations. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to that very first word, process. This right here is probably the most important thing to get. Entrepreneurship isn't a job title you put on a business card. It's not something you are, it's something you do. It's a series of actions, a way of looking at the world, a method for building something new. And you know what that means? It means anyone can do it. And that whole process, it breaks down so simply into these 3 steps. Step 1, you spot an opportunity. You see a problem that needs solving, a need that isn't being met. Step 2, you mobilize resources. And that could be anything: money, people, your own skills, technology. Then, step 3, you put all those resources together in a new way to create value. That's it. That is the engine of entrepreneurship, right there. So who cares? Why does getting this definition right actually matter? Well, it matters a whole lot, because when you stop thinking of it as some exclusive club for tech billionaires and start seeing it as a process, everything changes. It becomes a mindset that anyone, anywhere can adopt. It matters because it completely reframes the idea. It makes entrepreneurship an active verb, building, not some passive noun like just owning. It's about creating, not just managing what's already there. And that mindset, you can apply that anywhere, inside a giant company, at a local nonprofit, even in your own community. It's a toolkit for making change happen. So that's the real takeaway here. When you see entrepreneurship for what it is, this simple process of identify, mobilize, create, it stops being some mysterious, intimidating thing. It becomes a practical tool that you can actually use. So the only question left is, what opportunity do you see? What value will you create?